Hi, shalom everyone, a special edition over here. We're going to explore the history of the chief rabbinate of the country Turkey. We've already covered Iran and also covered the English, Spanish, Portuguese Rabbanim respectively. And now here we are going to concentrate on the country of Turkey, the Hacham Bashi. First of all, I'd like to tell everyone listening now, please say Tehillim for Abihu ben Esther, who's in a intensive care unit at the moment in hospital. Please daven for and tell everyone else at the time of recording. Maybe this schut, the great Rabbanim, is going to give him a full refuah shlema be'ezrat Hashem. That's what we hope for. Okay, so let's explore the history of the rabbinate of Turkey, respectively, the country, the great country over here, from the years 1452 all the way till the present. There are many, many different great chief rabbis of Turkey. And there was also many great rabbis from Turkey who might not necessarily also fall in the category of the chief rabbinate itself. But let's just explore the chief rabbinate itself, because we're looking into this together. First of all, there's Rabbi Eli Kapsali. He was a notable rabbi. He was also a historian also. And he was a historian of Muslim and Ottoman history also. And reported over to have used a medieval historical approach. He was a very, very great rabbi. He had the tenure for around 2-3 years, between the years 1452 to 1454, as first Hacham Bakshi, as first chief rabbi of Turkey, reported over. Then there was a rabbi of the name Rabbi Moses Kapsali. So once again, obviously he was a Hacham Bakshi of the Ottoman Empire. So I'm not too sure. So that was a tenure of quite a significant period of time. It was about 43 years, which is a huge, huge amount of time over there. And much can be said about him. He was succeeded later on by Elijah Mizrahi, but was a very, very great rabbi. Obviously, held that position for many, many years. I think he was actually born in Venetian held Crete at the time in the year 1420. And what else can we say? He studied actually in German yeshivot, and so he had a background in regards to that. Apparently it was reported over that the Sultan thought so much of the rabbi that he assigned to him a seat in the divan beside the Grand Mufti, the religious head of the Muslims. And that's very, very interesting. Also, he was obviously seen in a high esteem by the different figures over there. Let's continue the journey of the Rabbanim. Then there was Elijah Mizrahi. Rabbi Elijah Mizrahi had a tenure of close to 30 years. He was a great expert within regards to Gemara. He was a posek also, an authority of halacha, and also a mathematician, also respected over. He's best known for his sefer HaMizrahi, which was a super commentary on Rashi's commentary on the Torah itself. He is also known as the M, the Hebrew acronym for Rabbi Elijah Mizrahi also, which is very, very interesting. So he had about a 30-year tenure. Then there was a rabbi of the name Rabbi Mordechai Komitano, who was between the years 1526 to 1542. Then followed by Rabbi Tam ben Yahya, which was from 1542 to 1543, a more short-lived one. Then there was Rabbi Eli Rozanas Halevi, which was in the years 1543. And then Rabbi Eli ben Hayim reported over between the years 1543 to 1602. That's a tenure of around close to 60 years on the chief rabbinate of Turkey. And then it was Rabbi Yehiel Bashan between the years 1602 to 1625. Then Rabbi Joseph Mitrani between the years 1625 to 1639. That would be spanning around 14-15 years. Then Rabbi Yom Tov ben Ya'is, which was only a shorter time period of between 1639 to 1642 respectively, 3 to 4 years. Then there was Rabbi Yom Tov Haninya ben Yakar, which was actually a much longer tenure between 1642 to the year 1677, spanning around approximately 35 years. The Rabbi Chaim Kamiki between the years 1677 to 1715, so we're going back to around 28 years surgery. Then a more short-lived tenure of Rabbi Judah ben Ray, which was between 1715 to 1717, and another, let's say, shorter-lived chief rabbi was Rabbi Samuel Levi, between 1717 to 1720. Then once again, the longer tenure came back again with Rabbi Abraham Rosanes, between the years 1720 to 1745, which was, we're talking about a whole generation of 25 years. Then there was a rabbi named Rabbi Solomon Hayim Al-Fandari, which was between 1745 to 1762, approximately 17 years. And then once again, Rabbi Meir Ishaki was chief rabbi between the years 1762 to 1780. And then that was followed by Rabbi Eli Palombo, between 1780 to 1800. So it's now entering the 19th century over here, which was followed by Rabbi Chaim Jacob Ben Yakar for 35 years, between 1800 to 1835. Then Rabbi Abraham Levi Pasha, 4 or 5 years, between 1835 to 1839. Rabbi Samuel Hayim, which was a more short-lived tenure, between 1839 to 1841. And then at that stage in time was Rabbi Moise Fresco, who was a chief rabbi over there between 1841 to 1854. So we're talking about 14 years there. Then Rabbi Yaakov Avigdor for 17 years, between 1854 to 1870, was chief rabbi over there. And now, interestingly enough, there was a great rabbi named Rabbi Yakir Geron, between the years 1870 to 1872. He was the 6th rabbi reported over of Adrian Paul, and he descended from the Gioran family. He became the rabbi in 1835 over there, at the age of only 22. And 11 years later, he actually met the Sultan. At the time, the Sultan was Abd al-Majid, whom he included to restore the privileges that were formerly conceded over there. That were formerly conceded. He was obviously a great rabbi. He lived between the years 1813 to 1874, and was very, very much a great rabbi. And I think is what's interesting, what we could say about him, that as I said before, he induced him, the Sultan actually induced him to restore the privileges formerly conceded to the non-Muslim communities over there, which has to be reported over. And he was a very decorated rabbi, let's just say, very great rabbi. And he resigned from office, I think, in 1872, and actually tried to go to Jerusalem. I think he went to Jerusalem, and he died there 2 years after he had entered there, if I'm not mistaken. Now, friends, the next rabbi over here was Rabbi Moses Levi, between the years 1872 to 1909, another very, very great rabbi. He was a chief rabbi, naturally, the Chacham Bakshi of Constantinople and of the Ottoman Empire, respectively, also. And he was appointed to the rabbinical court at the behest of his father. He was appointed the chief rabbi following the emigration of Rabbi Yakir Garon, when he moved to Jerusalem, also respectively. So then, next up, there was another great rabbi, Rabbi Chaim Nachum. I believe we actually maybe covered a video on him. They called him Effendi. Also, that was the name the great rabbonim had. He was Turkish Jewish scholar. He was a jurist. He was a linguist. Also, this was talking about in the earlier 20th century. Also, he was actually born in an area called Manisa in Turkey. Also, and was a very, very great rabbi. And much, hopefully, maybe during his Hilula, we will also concentrate on a video within regards to him. Passed away in the year 1960. He passed away. Then next up, who was the next chief rabbi after this great rabbi? Rabbi Shabtai Levi, between 1920 to 1922. Then Rabbi Isaac Ariel, who spent like another shortish tenure, you could, in comparison, between 1922 to 1926. Rabbi Chaim Becherano, between 1926 and 1931. Spent about 5-6 years. The Rabbi Chaim Isaac Saki, but nearly 10 year between 31 to 1940. The Rabbi David Saban, between 1940 to 1960, once again spanning out a longer term. Then Rabbi David Asio, really, really great rabbi. He's had a 41 tenure, who was the chief rabbi over there. I think we actually covered a video on the great rabbi over there. He passed away actually in 2002. Yeah, we did that. I'm pretty sure we covered Rabbi. He was the second longest serving of the chief rabbis in Europe after Rabbi Moses Rosen of Romania. And he spent 40 years as chief rabbi and spiritual leader of Turkey. His deputy of 7 years, Isaac Halevi, became the new Chacham Bakshi after his passing in the year 2002, which we are going to 2003, according to another opinion. respectively. He was, he was actually born in the year 1940 in Istanbul itself, and has been a member, reported over, of the Presidium Council of the Alliance of Rabbis in Islamic States. Also, a very, very great rabbi. I believe he's a rabbi there presently at the time of recording. Also, Chief Rabbi Isaac Haleva. Very, very interesting. And that concludes it, basically. We've already covered a few different countries. We want to cover all over these different great countries also. And hopefully keep them going over here. I'm going to go live on another channel at the moment with regards to continuing the series of the Hilulat Tzadikim. We've already fantastically covered nearly 200 great Oriental rabbis over here. And over here, there's a special edition talking about the Turkey Chief Rabbinate over here, the Hacham Bakshi, as we call it respectively. And please, everyone else, at the time of recording this, I'm urging everyone to pray for Abihu Ben Esther to make a full recovery from the reason why he is in hospital at the moment. Wishing all meaningful and a good night.